The Big Show with Night Day. Barista-made coffee from $4.50. How good? Hey, I'm feeling a little bit weird today, man. I'm feeling a little bit like I'm hanging around royalty, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'm last night there. I'm flicking through the old tally. The missus was doing a bit of work late, so I had the TV to myself for a change, but of course I could never decide what to watch. And I was just doing a little bit of a flick through, and then I come across the show, and I thought to myself, bloody hell, here is this dude looks exactly like you, Keyzie.
Like me?
This actor, yeah. And I looked it up. I mean, it wasn't a show I was familiar with, but it turns out it's hugely popular and has been for quite a while. And I don't know how I missed it. But there's quite a lot of shows that you like that I've never seen, and probably the same for you, Jay. So that's why we share that. But yeah, man, it was out of it. I was watching, I was like, holy
Oh, hang on. I know who it'll be. It'll be either was it Slumdog Millionaire, the movie? Because I kind of look like the actor that plays that main guy.
Oh, you dress like one of those kids from the slums, with all the holes in your clothes and that.
Yeah, totally.
A little bit of a dirty face and that.
Yeah, totally.
Immaculate t-shirts, huh?
Yeah, ironed.
And they wear backwards caps.
Yeah, they do.
They wish, mate. They wish. Was it that, or was it maybe like an old Warriors game? Maybe you saw Sean Johnson, or maybe an old All Blacks game. Maybe it was Sonny Bill.
Sean Johnson, you reckon? Whatever, Keyzie.
No, it was Nigel Thornberry.
Ah, yes! Totally, man. Nigel Thornberry.
The show's called The Wild Thornberries, is it?
Yeah, The Wild Thornberries.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Keyzie, man.
Totally, it is.
And then it was what was even more out of it was when it came on, he was just sort of listening. Or whatever, was sort of this real drongo look on his head, you know?
Yeah.
And then he started talking, and it was like, it sounds like the
Keyzie.
bastard as well.
It does.
Real nasally bastard he was.
Right.
And I just thought to myself, have you had that before, man? Have you had people point that out to you?
No, well, hang on. First of all, I find this highly offensive because if you don't know what the Wild Thornberries are, Nigel Thornberry, great show, by the way. He's got kind of giant nose.
Huge nose.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was what got me first.
He's got like a moustache.
A horrendous moustache.
Yeah, sort of patchy.
There's buck
Mind you,
teeth.
yours isn't quite as ginge.
Right. He's got buck teeth, and also his ears stick out on the sides as well.
Yeah, you got a couple of listeners on you.
I tell you what, Mogi, we'll get into this after the Killers, but I was watching a show last night, and you reminded me of someone.
Oh, really?
Like Doppelganger stuff, mate.
By the way, can I just really quickly before we get to that, can I just play you what he sounds like?
Yeah, sure.
Because he's quite...
Close your eyes, man, and tell me this doesn't sound like Keyzie.
I don't want to alarm you, dearest, but I'm afraid I've lost the sight in my eye.
That is not me.
That is bang on.
That is not me.
Like, closing my eyes, I would have thought that was you talking then, Keyzie.
Right. Smashing. Because that's what he says all the time as well.
Smashing.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
I had a pretty emotional day yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Watching the old videos of the Queen there.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to admit that I spent a bit of time in bed weeping.
No, you're not alone.
And so that, because your eyes are quite red as well.
Yeah.
Same reason, I imagine.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously Queen Memorial's Day yesterday and old Lilybit.
Yeah.
God, a hell of a career. Good bastard.
Oh, really good bastard.
And when you start going back over all the years and you think to yourself, you look at everything she did, 96. Sad, it's sad when they go young like that.
Yeah, totally. But what a life, Mike.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God almighty.
And the times that we had together, I guess I was just recalling those, reliving the old memories. And I got a bit emotional, I'll be honest with you.
There are intense relationships when you're younger as well.
Oh, massively so.
Is there like a particular moment you had with Lilybit that really stirs up the emotion?
You don't call her Lilybit.
Yeah. Only we get to do that. Yeah.
Are you
too many to recall, Keyzie, to be honest with you, mate.
Right.
So many that it's hard to sort of single any one of them out.
Like if you just had to gun to
as
your
I
head.
say, there's so many, I don't know where to start.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I remember there was one
tears.
time we were we've sort of been on the hammer for a couple of days there. And
you and Lizzie Bet.
Yeah, and you. You were there, you mad
that's
bastard.
right. Was I? Jeez, I must have really been hammered.
We were out at Pororua when we'd managed to... We climbed over the fence to one of the local schools there and they had a pool there.
Oh.
And I saw Jace because we were sort of skinny dipping there. I said, I'll take a photo of old Jace over here, steamed as he was.
Yeah.
And then came old Lilybit from the side, absolutely blindsided old Hoity J, broke 4 of his ribs.
Tackled him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
smashed him, bro, straight into the pool. Tell you what, you wouldn't know it's looking at her, but her tackling technique, the douche.
Brutal, man. Brutal. She hammered me.
Right.
And I didn't see
up and then drive down into the ground. Yeah.
Far out.
Spear tackle queen.
It was actually 6 ribs.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
You know, even though the weather is not great, this is good riding.
Oh, it's good riding.
It's good riding
no
weather.
question about that, mate.
When you get out there on your motorcycle,
in the rain?
the breeze in your face,
Yeah.
you just get out there. It actually reminded me, because I went for a hoon this morning,
Oh, yeah, nice.
about our time when we were in that motorcycle gang. I guess you'd call it a gang.
Yeah, I think gang's a fair enough way
Yeah.
of describing it. Yeah, for sure. We were a gang.
You were
Yeah.
gang members.
We were gang members, and motorcycle gang really. So it was sort of centered around. The gang was formed because of our love for riding motorbikes,
Right.
and burglaries and drug dealing and
Yeah,
sort of,
that-
so gang members.
armed robberies and that sort of
all
stuff.
that sort of stuff.
But at its heart,
Right.
was sort of assaults and motorbikes.
Yeah.
Right. Sounds
I
like
think
good.
Yeah, it's cool.
that's a pretty fair description of how it was, the gang. Yeah.
Just some like-minded individuals and
burnouts, you know.
Wheelies.
Some doughies.
Oh, yeah, massive, you know, sort of, yeah, I'll do the old shotgun in the air, boom, 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 you know, sort of, boom,
yeah.
bit of dadoosh in there as well at times.
For sure. No, it was
Yeah.
good, and we often go away on big trips. And it was hard, wasn't it? It was difficult actually organising those things. People think, oh, carefree, it's good times being in a motorcycle gang, and there's an element of that, but it's really hard organising people. When you're talking about 20 guys that you've got to run the sort of the length and breadth of the country,
Yeah.
and you've only got 2 motorbikes. I mean, it's
What?
bloody hard, yeah.
It was.
You only had 2?
Jesus.
I don't know. Well, Keyzie, they're bloody expensive, mate.
They're massively expensive,
Well,
especially the beasts that we were riding.
Can you
Yeah.
have a motorcycle gang with just 2 bikes?
Well, we did.
Clearly we did.
Yeah.
Right.
So Jace was Prez,
yeah.
and I was the sergeant at arms. So we were the ones that had the motorbikes. And so let's say we're going to Taupo this weekend.
Right.
We're going to do some hooning around, do some intimidating, obviously. Drink a few beers, smoke a few darts, but we'd have to do a run up with a couple of the other members riding bitch. Then we'd drop them off down at the lake. Then we'd drive all the way back down to Wellies, pick up another 2.
Wellington?
They'd ride bitch all the way
Yeah.
back up. Yeah, so by the time, it took a bloody week to get everybody up there. Because we'd have to have a sleep. We could only do 2 trips a day.
Yeah. We called it the bitch crawl.
Yeah.
Right. And what was the name of the gang?
The hairy scrotes.
Yeah. I actually had a very hairy scrotum at that time, which is where we got that name from, actually.
So on our
Keyzie.
patch, we had a patch on the back, had the hairy scrotes on it. And, I tell you what, nobody wanted to go near the hairy scrotes.
Oh, mate, you didn't mess with the hairy scrotes.
Right.
Get a couple of balls to the head. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I mean, and it was difficult, you know, given that we had 2 bicycles, 18 members.
2 bicycles?
Yeah,
What?
they were bicycles initially.
Yeah, well, we started off with bicycles, Raleigh 20s, actually.
How
Yeah.
old is this?
And,
but it sounds, probably a bit lamer than it was because we had a couple of carriers on the back.
Massively.
Because Jason and I met actually doing paper run.
We did.
So we just used the carriers and we just put our mates in the
Gang
boot.
members in the
Yeah,
boot.
totally. I mean, it was actually Mike actually approached me because he used to see me on the street just hanging loose.
What does that mean?
When
Is
he
it
was doing the paper, just cruising around, and he said,
Right.
"You want to go bitch on my Raleigh 20 and chuck the papers off the back there?" And I said, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's sort of how
Did
it
you
started."
Did you guys ever have beef with
I didn't
any?
have a hairy scrotum at that point, but
That's fine.
But I did in the end.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Would you mind if just quickly I ran through the 2 opening jokes and you just tell me which one's the best?
Sure,
Yeah.
go for it.
All right.
We're here for you, man. This is the
Totally,
thing.
we're all
It's
support,
too late
Keyzie.
once it's all over, man,
Right.
and people are booing and that.
Yeah.
All right. So you just say which one you prefer out of joke 1 or joke 2. I'll just get some bit of theatre ambiance just to set the scene.
Quite accurate, actually. Silence.
Well, hang on, I haven't started my set yet.
Hard Cold silence.
All right, here we go.
Sweat pissing off the old forehead of Keyzie there.
Here we go.
You're going to need one of those. They give you a towel if you win the Billy T Award.
Yes,
You're going to
they
need
do,
one of those to wipe the old.
Hopefully, yeah.
Perspiration.
Could be up for
You
one
have
after
to
this
steal
set.
it though.
Okay, here we go, guys. Just let me do my thing here. Oh, g'day everyone. My
Oof.
name's Keyzie. Hey,
You're not going to speak like that, though, are you?
hey, did you hear the one? Did you hear the one about the two guys that stole a calendar? They got 6 months each.
Yeah, what's the other one?
Yeah, what's the other
Oh,
one there,
okay.
I know
Keyzie?
because you said we have to choose.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the second one. Okay, so I'm not so sure about this one.
You're not so sure about this one.
Yeah,
The one you just did.
No, the other one's
the
a
next
winner.
one.
It's this one is I'm a bit iffy about. Oh man, they're doing roadworks outside my house at the moment.
Relatable. That's good.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
That's
good. Right.
good.
Observational.
Observational.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
shouldn't have interrupted you there. Go again.
Oh, tell you what, they're doing roadworks outside my house at the moment. And I was walking past them and I had to cross the road. I didn't want to get my ass felt.
Can we have that one again?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I get it.
No, neither.
Asphalt, because they're laying asphalt.
Oh, you don't want to get into a situation where you're explaining it, Keyzie.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Right.
You just want, the
Big
joke should
rookie
explain
mistake.
itself, man.
Right,
So
okay.
if no one's laughing, you don't want to then go back and start, doing a sort of a post-mortem on the joke.
Right, okay, so they're doing roadworks at my house, but I had to cross the road because I didn't want to get my ass felt. So that's sort of a simulation of how I can see it going. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, you might have to bring a voice, a laugh track with you. Maybe
little speaker?
Yeah.
You should just have
Pugs.
headphones on
Right.
with
So-
people laughing in it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That'll make you feel confident.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
This is breaking news.
I'd like to direct your attention to the photo I've just sent through to the Hodaki Big Show chat.
Sure.
This was sent in by a listener as well. Jace, I'd like you to tell me what you see in that photo.
I see Hoity J, Minogio, and Sonia Gray
Yeah.
with the ACC commentary
This
team.
is Aubrey Fish, by the way, on Instagram. What do you see Minogue doing there?
Yes. Yes, boy.
What do you see him
Yes,
doing?
boy. I see him shoving his big mitt into a bowl of nuts.
Correct.
Yes.
That's right.
If you don't know, Minogue's vowed he's not snacking at all for the whole year. If he does, he pays us $100.
On the Hodaki Big Show.
What? It's not-
On the not in
I thought it was
my
at
not
work.
in my entire
I believe it was. I believe
was
it
hired
was.
by the ACC to do a separate job, and I will snack my way through that as much as I please, as I will anywhere else. When it comes to this studio and when I'm working here for the Big Show, I will not snack.
I think the phrasing of it was, Mr. Speaker.
Oh, this will be where
A
it gets
point of
changed
order, Mr.
completely.
Speaker. Point of order.
I'll make something up.
In studio, I believe, was the phrase.
I heard. I just
Mogi
want-
is not allowed to snack all year in studio. Now,
Not in any studio,
No,
in the
in
Hodaki
studio.
Big Show. And also, that's not what I said. I said, as long as I'm in here, I will not snack at all. Anything to do with the Big Show, I will not snack.
Hang on, no, it was I won't eat snacks at work. Because you're out in the office there's always snacks, you're not even
That's
eating
true. I
them.
don't eat out there either.
But for some reason you're allowed in that other little room on the end there.
But that's separate employment, Keyzie.
Right.
Entirely different employment.
Oh, is
Different
it?
boss. I
Right.
do a separate invoice for that work down there.
point of order, Mr. Speaker, if I might.
Yeah.
I believe you were at work. I believe you were in a studio, and I believe you were eating snacks.
If this is the way you guys want to win this bet,
Yes.
you're welcome to have it, and I'll happily pay you the $100 each if this
Sweet.
is how you want to win it.
When will you bring it in? Like
I'll
Monday?
bring it in on Monday.
Actually, you
100%.
owe me $10 as well, so 100%.
I'm happy to pay you your $10.
And
I'm
Jay-
happy to pay you the 100.
Can I just, point of order, Mr. Speaker? I'm not in any way happy about you paying Keyzie back $10 because he lent you $10.
Right.
You
for
owe
me,
me-
for me, that's negligible, and that should be wiped from the script.
Oh, look, to me, it's also like Keyzie demanding that you buy him a packet of twisties.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, I
Yes.
bought you 4 packets, and you haven't bought me a single packet of Twisties yet.
Oh, I think this is going to tear us apart. actually.
I told you it was going to.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.